you work your way back towards Roanoke Island. So the latest information from the Hurricane Center shows the storm starting to make that turn. You can see it here, working off towards the northwest, starting to slow down here in the last few frames. Right now, it's moving to the west-northwest.
This is the 4 o'clock news. I'm taping it as we go.
That we first started to talk about several days ago is now occurring. Winds of 105 miles per hour. The storm is 105 miles east-southeast of Wilmington, North Carolina, and to just slowly meander off towards the west over the next several hours. So when you're Wilmington, North Carolina, likely into tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So a little bit faster than what we were saying yesterday, and a little bit slower than what we were saying a couple days ago when it looked like it would be later this evening. But either way, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, as you move south of Cape Hatteras, all the way down to the South Carolina state line, just getting hammered. And notice even on Saturday morning, the storm, a tropical storm over eastern parts of South Carolina. So that's why we were talking about that slowdown. The big concern is just the copious amounts of rain. Eventually, the remnants will get picked up by a front and carried off towards the northeast as we get into Tuesday. Talking about that rainfall, again, this is from the European model. And once again, we're showing across southeastern North Carolina and much of eastern South Carolina.
Come on, focus in.
30, maybe even 40 inches of rain in
there you go.
spots. Again, we're talking now feet of rain, not inches of rain, because we're just looking, again, at 2 to 3 feet of rain across southeastern parts of North Carolina and eastern South Carolina. Here through Hampton Roads, on the order of 2 to 6, lighter amounts, lesser amounts off towards the north, and of course, it gets heavier as you work your way south. Here's a little bit of a closer look. I think this might be a little bit underdone if we get some of those heavier downpours. So in general, a couple inches of rain, but where we get some heavier downpours, we could see 3 or 4 inches of rain, maybe even 5. So as we go through the rest of the evening, we're looking for those chances for rain to go up. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, temperatures pretty much holding in the 70s. I have a lot more on Florence and the rest of our forecast when I come back.
We don't know what the effects are going to be. It's just dangerous for people to be in and out and about.
Access to Dare County is officially limited to essential personnel only. Deputies are stopping every car that crosses the Wright Memorial Bridge, and they say they'll continue day and night until Florence passes and crews can assess the damage. All right, check out this photo of Highway 12 on Hatteras Island. You can't even see the roadway, just sand and water blown across it. Crews have shut down the road south of the Oregon Inlet. Our team coverage of Hurricane Florence takes us to the Outer Banks right now. 13 News Now reporter Stephen Graves is live in Kill Devil Hills.
Yeah, Janet, we're going to show you just some of those images from over there in Rodanthe in a second, but just take a look here in Kill Devil Hills. We haven't gotten much rain, but this wind is just bearing down here. You can see the ocean is churning. These waves are banging against the pier here. You can see people on the end. Obviously, you're not advised to do that.
Yeah,
but like
you
were
think?
alluding to earlier, it is a much worse type of condition down south. And we got some video from a 13 News Now viewer of just how bad it is there. You see ocean overwash getting into some homes. Also, you talked about NC-12. On that road in town, there are also some issues. So a lot of people there are wondering, will this get worse? More is expected to come later. You saw right there the Rodanthe Pier had the steps just wiped out from under them. So a lot of people are just waiting to see what's to come.
A lot of the same trees have been knocked over. There's a lot of wood from one of the houses that were being built.
So back out here in Kill Devil Hills, they did not get that bad of an impact so far. So we're going to take you to what some of the activities they were doing today, and they had some fun with it. More on that coming up on 13 News Now at 5. Live in Kill Devil Hills, Stephen Graves, 13 News Now.
Taking a live look at the Virginia Beach oceanfront right now.
That's my beach.
Sky view camera. The wind from Florence is kicking up the waves, pushing them.
I've never seen it go up over those things.
Reporter Evan Watson continues our live coverage from the oceanfront tonight. Evan.
The winds out here at the oceanfront need to be taken seriously. We're seeing wind gusts of 25 miles per hour, pushing 30 miles per hour out here, and the waves continue to grow.
Hey, Sam.
As you can see out here at the oceanfront. So some people are heading inland or looking for higher ground. That includes people using 2 different Virginia.
That's my beach.
The city organized shelter for pets at Lansdowne Elementary and another for people at Floyd Kellum High School. Both are open now and ready for more people if they need it.
Pets are our fur babies. They
Samson,
some
no.
of us, they are part of our family, and we want to make sure that they're cared for. And by having this shelter here, it allows people to focus on their well-being and let us focus on your pet's well-being.
Down. Down.
Once again, conditions continue to get worse here out at the ocean front, although there are some people
Sorry, the
that
dog
are still
keeps
out
nudging
here
my arm.
even with the wind and
Would you put
everything
kids in
going
that
on.
ocean?
Remember your
I would not.
preparations. Remember to stay safe, and if you need to seek shelter, they have 2 of them in Virginia Beach. Reporting live, Evan Watson for 13 News Now.
Now, other cities in the area are scaling down on their shelters. Portsmouth closed a shelter at Woodrow Wilson High School. Instead, anyone who needs shelter should go to IC Norcom High and Churchland Middle School.
Hey, Sam.
And in Newport News, the city has closed all
I saw
shelters.
that. I've already got that link up. I had that link up early this morning.
At Christopher Newport University.
Thank you.
instead.
I appreciate it, though.
Taking
You're
a
awesome.
look over downtown Norfolk right now from the Skyview Network, we have a warning for people in mandatory evacuation zones. Scammers are trying to take
I
advantage
sent you
of
an
the
email
situation.
too, Sam.
13 News Now investigative reporter Laura Geller is live near Ocean View with what you need to know.
Well, Janet, get this. You live in an area like this one where officials have issued a mandatory evacuation order. There are concerns about flooding. Today, the water has gotten higher and higher, and you can see over here, this sand line is where water came up into the parking lot today. That's already stressful, and now you have to worry about scams. City of Norfolk officials are putting out a
I know.
warning. They posted messages all over social media.
The wind
after
ripped that
concerns
flag
from
right
citizens.
up, didn't it?
Those citizens reported people wearing fluorescent vests trying to force them from their homes because they live in Zone A in Ocean View. We've also heard reports about scammers asking for personal information about reimbursements for evacuation expenses. Norfolk leaders want to make sure you know they'll never do this type of thing.
A mandatory evacuation is a personal choice that people need to make the decision best for themselves on whether or not they're going to leave, but there are no city staff running around in fluorescent vests telling people to get out of their
And we're also sitting down with a woman who got a bizarre voicemail asking her about her evacuation plans. She's not even in Zone A. We'll have that part of the story new on 13 News Now at 5.
People are wanting to rob these
houses.
houses. That's why they're doing it, I bet.
Next, we go back to North Carolina, where people inland are also concerned about Florence, and we'll hear from the governor.
I'm gonna leave it on the commercials, guys, if you don't mind.
Plus, an update on Florence's track, and 13 News Now will have extended coverage once again on Florence tonight. Our 3
Yes,
o'clock hour
tonight.
special starts at 8 o'clock.
They're saying we're under a tropical storm warning, and with winds sustained at 30 and gusting to 45 or 50 with heavy downpours. That's what the National Weather Service said. That's why I'm watching my local news right now. I want to get a report. I want to see if we're still under it. 8 o'clock tonight. I'll leave this link on here. They're going to have live coverage for 2 to 3 hours.
Manage blood sugar and end the day with a smile. Lucena.
I'm not going to do a live feed for 3 hours, sorry. But I will do a little bit of the live feed.
The kids have gone back to school, and just when I think it's
I just put a video up of the clouds moving fast
She says, "Baby, we need new
over my
floors.
house.
50 floors. Come help me. Why should I use you guys?"
You know, we've been there.
Hey, I want to keep my battery on my cell phone
Knows that you just don't have to
charged.
drive around in this crazy traffic or deal with the headaches that can
I
come
have
from
done
driving
something.
But we totally get
I
it.
filled
We're
up my
relaxed,
washing
so we
machine
made the
with
process
water
easy and fun.
I need
and a garbage
It's so easy. We're
bucket,
gonna
which
come
is
in,
about
we're gonna bring
40
hundreds of
gallon,
samples, and it's like having the show
which is now in my shower. So if we lose power, I can actually flush the toilet if we got to go.
And it's just really
And
nice
the
to
washing
have them all right
machine,
there at your fingertips.
we can use the water out of that also to flush the toilet.
You know what? You don't have
Some
to.
people don't think of that, but
Absolutely.
that's
This is truly
important
where
too.
Making Floor shines, because on the day of installation, we're going to come in with all the materials. We're going to move your furniture from room to room,
install.
I'm
new
hoping I don't
local
lose power.
flooring. We're going to trim the job out and we'll clean everything up, and that means we'll take that.
But you
old
never
flooring
know.
off this, recycle any carpet you may have.
Check
and
out
the
that
best
live
part is
stream
that
I
we've got
did
so we can put it
on
in just one day.
the live
In
cams.
just one day.
Wow.
I got 3 web links down there. As soon as they give us an update on what's happening now.
877-50 floor, or they can go online at 50floor.com. We're offering free.
You need to check it out. I left 3 links on there, man. I think 3 or 4.
We'll give them an extra $100 off.
Wow, all right, so let me get this right. I call 877-50-FLOOR. All right, I get free installation. I get $100 off. You make it quick, easy, and painless, and I could possibly have new floors in just a day?
Absolutely, it's that easy.
All right, I'm calling 877.
I had a couple flower pots from my neighbor's yard blow over here. I told her to put them in a bag and put them in her shed, but she didn't, so I got them, and now they're in my trash.
Check out Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's for great deals. Like
Sorry.
logo caps for only $5. Crocs off-road clogs for under $25. And this new Browning 20 megapixel game camera for under $100.
Okay, here we go.
We are tracking Hurricane Florence tonight. Check out this incredible live picture off the coast of Cape Fear. An American flag is hanging on. Florence's winds tearing it apart. Many people have gone inland to stay safe, but even inland, towns are bracing for potential damage. 13 News Now reporter Adriana de Alba is live in Elizabeth City as our team coverage continues.
She's right there on the Outer Banks.
And right now, the winds are really starting to pick up here. And let me show you what those looking like. It's getting rough, and you can see it's crashing up against the boardwalk all throughout the day. People living here have been walking up to this boardwalk at Waterfront Park to see what the conditions are like. The Pasquotank River showing the effects of Florence that Florence is bringing to the area. Even though Elizabeth City is far away from the eye of the storm, this area is anticipating heavy rainfall and wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Starting tonight, this city is under a tropical storm warning. One woman says seeing the water this active makes her nervous.
It's not a good day for fishing, but it makes me know that something's coming. It's coming because it's unusual for us to have this out here. You know, we just don't get it unless it's bad weather.
And coming up on 13 News Now at 5, what people living here say their biggest concerns are based on what they experienced during Hurricane Matthew. We're live. Adriana de Alba, 13 News Now.
Okay, let's go back to Evan and Jeff for a look at the
Anyway.
That's right. We'll time everything out for you, let you know what to expect as far as rainfall, as far as tides. But first, let's talk about the rain.
Yeah, I heard that.
We've seen a few of these showers and a few heavier downpours move through. And if you notice,
Yeah, we got hit by the heavy downpours.
Different. These are tropical downpours, so when you get them, those raindrops are big, and at times they can be blinding. Even some of these small showers that we've seen popping up here over the last few hours, some of those outer rain bands, you can see we've got a few. One out here in southern Virginia Beach, just south of Pungo and Princess Anne. And
That's
one
us.
just coming on shore there, close to Ocean View.
No, it
Some
ain't.
showers
Pongo, no.
Towards Williamsburg through Surrey County, Isle of Wight County, Southampton County. And then some of the heaviest of the rain right now in our area has been across the Outer Banks of Dare County with some very heavy rain, mainly right around Oregon Inlet, just north
They're
of Jersey, working
expecting
with, Cape Hatteras National Seashore.
over
and down
30
towards the south
inches?
as you get towards Waves, Rodanthe, and
Maybe
Salvo.
40, I
You
think.
see
I don't
it
know.
starts to lighten up just a little
Down
bit.
where the eye is
And we
going to
still
hit.
have that
That's a lot of
hot
rain.
spots posted through eastern North Carolina. And
That's
here's the
feet.
monster Florence continuing to slowly work its way towards the west-northwest at around 5 miles per hour. Now south of Cape Lookout, North Carolina. And again, that slowing of the forward motion, that's something we certainly
That
expected.
triangle right
And
there,
now with it
tornado
slowing,
watches.
Nothing really to push it anywhere. That's why we're really concerned as it slowly works its way towards the west, across eastern North Carolina and South Carolina. This thing is just going to drop a lot of rain across the eastern Carolinas. Here's a satellite view as well. One thing that we've noticed is that the wind field has been expanding with this storm.
No joke.
So even though those wind speeds have come down, it's not a category 3 or 4 like it was. Those hurricane force winds are starting to expand, and we expect that to continue until it starts to really interact with land, cuts itself off from its fuel supply, those warm waters just off the Carolina coastline, and that's when we will start to see the weakening.
Cool.
So as of the 4 o'clock advisory, winds of 105 miles per hour. There's that movement west-northwest at 5, 105 miles. East-southeast of Wilmington, North Carolina. Expected to come on shore sometime around mid-morning tomorrow. still could possibly have winds of 100 miles per hour and then work its way back into areas of eastern
I
South
checked before I
Carolina.
started
Again,
this.
once it loses that fuel and it
We
starts to
are
interact
under
more
a
with
tropical
land,
storm
you'll
warning
see the
here.
friction start to slow down those winds. It'll start to quickly weaken 50 miles per hour. But it'll still have a lot of rain with it, and that is our big concern across the eastern Carolinas. Eventually, it'll get picked up by a cold front, and the remnants pushed off into areas of Pennsylvania by about Tuesday of next week. So, timing things out here with Futurecast through the rest of the evening. We're looking at a few of these scattered showers and thunderstorms rolling through. It's not going to rain all afternoon, all evening, or all night, and really more of the same tomorrow. But notice those winds coming in out of the northeast. I think we'll have gusts 35 to 40. We've already been seeing that across parts of Hampton Roads, and of course stronger winds down across the
I was
outer
right.
parts of North Carolina. Through the day Friday,
I was guessing when I did that live stream of my tree. I said about a 40 mile an hour gust.
More showers and storms, and same thing as we go into Saturday, and we'll continue to see those easterly winds, and that is our big concern as we get into later tonight and tomorrow. Those easterly winds, they'll blow the water up the Chesapeake Bay, up the rivers, up the tributaries, and that's when we could be dealing with some of that tidal flooding. And for a lot more on that, let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson.
All right, thanks, Evan. We're going to give you, again, the current predictions, and just need to emphasize, this is, again, it could be 6 inches higher, 6 inches lower. We don't want it to be 6 inches higher, obviously, but hopefully it'll end up a little lower than this. We're going to give you a few different areas. Sewell's Point. We came off a high tide a little bit earlier. We have another one about.
I am about
actually 12:58.
45 minutes away from the ocean.
Coming night, so about 9 hours.
So
from
I
now.
should be fine.
Minor, 5.4 feet is in the minor.
I've got my
category,
girlfriend
but
right on
it's
Laskin
almost
Road
to
though. She
moderate.
says it's
Moderate's
already
at
starting to flood down
5.5.
there.
So again, just barely under the moderate category. Tomorrow, 5.9 does get up into the moderate category, then 5.3 tomorrow night, and then back up to 5.7. You see,
Yeah, I
which
know.
is again moderate. That's at Sewell's Point. Again, it wouldn't take much, another 8, 9 inches, and we would be talking into the major category on those once we get up to 6.5 feet. But right now, the thinking is moderate. Look
I
at this,
offered,
though.
she
We
said
have
no.
Actually, some major flooding expected, just barely 5.5 because of the different topography and the different, layout of the land around Yorktown and Poquoson and some of those spots. It doesn't take as high a level of water to get into different categories. So 5.3, 1 o'clock this morning, coming morning, will be moderate for you, but really the top end of moderate, and then another few inches should get added on.
I know,
tomorrow
Sam, that's
afternoon.
all I can do.
That'll put you up into the major category. Again, let's hope that it's, 6 inches lower and you're back into the moderate category instead. But you'll be fairly close to upper level moderate or lower.
All right,
major
Sam, I'm
in
gonna call this a
Yorktown.
quits.
And then astronomically speaking,
I need to
low tomorrow night, or the high tide is lower. So
start
that
thinking of
should
something
help
for my husband
some
for
as
dinner.
the winds also ease, but then Saturday
I will get back
afternoon,
on at 8
astronomically
o'clock
speaking, even without this storm, we were supposed
when
to
they
have
start
one
doing
of
the
our
live
higher tides
feed.
in a while. So
God
that's why we're
bless.
back
Be
up
safe.
again.
Thank you
We're
for
on that
watching.
major category. Duck Pier, moderate tonight.
Check out the
11
live
o'clock,
video,
we're on
okay?
here giving you the updates as the new
Pick up
information
the
starts to come in. Moderate
websites.
tomorrow just before lunchtime.
I'll do
And then
that,
it'll
Sam.
cool down
I'll
to
tell him you
minor
said
for
hi.
Friday and early in the morning Saturday. Evan, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. As we take a live look, obviously cloudy skies. You can see the camera shaking.